Leadership continuity, especially in complex fields like biotechnology, is often the unsung hero behind sustained corporate success. Myriad Genetics' recent elevation of Ben R. Wheeler to Chief Financial Officer on August 16, 2025, spotlights this critical element. But here's where it gets controversial. Does this promotion, combined with a thoughtfully crafted compensation plan, blending cash and equity incentives, really set the stage for long-term shareholder value? Or is it just another balancing act fraught with challenges inherent in executive pay and company growth? Understanding the reasoning behind this internal promotion sheds light on Myriad's long-term strategy. With 13 years at the company, Ben Wheeler brings a wealth of institutional memory, having previously held roles such as Senior Vice President and CFO, Operations. His ascent follows Scott J. Leffler's departure, with Leffler remaining briefly as a non-executive employee to smooth the handover. This kind of leadership continuity cannot be overstated in an industry where financial oversight demands both precision and deep knowledge of regulatory environments. By limiting disruptions during this transition, Myriad safeguards critical aspects like financial reporting and cash flow management, a key competitive advantage in a capital-heavy, regulation-intensive arena like molecular diagnostics. Promoting from within is a strategy more biotech firms are adopting, driven by the unique demand for leaders intimately familiar with the nuances of research pipelines and regulatory landscapes. Wheeler's deep roots at Myriad reduce the risks often encountered when bringing in outside executives who may lack industry-specific insight. For shareholders, this move signals the company's prioritization of stability in leadership, a valuable commodity where frequent executive changes can derail strategic initiatives. Wheeler's compensation arrangement is particularly noteworthy for how it ties his rewards to performance, embodying a model that places shareholder interests front and center. His base salary, set at $490,000, combined with a substantial target cash bonus of 75%, aligns with industry norms for biotech CFOs. Yet the pièce de résistance is the grant of 120,000 restricted stock units, RSUs, divided evenly between time-based vesting and a hybrid of performance and time-based vesting. The time-based RSUs ensure Wheeler remains committed over multiple years, safeguarding long-term leadership stability. Meanwhile, the performance time-based RSUs introduce a compelling accountability mechanism. Although the precise performance targets remain undisclosed, this structure implies that vesting hinges on Myriad hitting predetermined financial or operational benchmarks, be it revenue milestones, profitability measures, or stock market performance. This alignment means Wheeler's potential financial gains are closely linked to the company's success, thus motivating him to deliver results that benefit shareholders. However, this generous equity award also sparks valid concerns about shareholder dilution. When these RSUs vest, the likely issuance of new shares will increase the total share count, which could dilute earnings per share, EPS. Considering Myriad's market capitalization of around $4.5 billion as of August 2025, this dilution is significant but not overwhelming. Investors need to watch for future disclosures outlining the vesting timeline and its effect on EPS. Yet, here's the pivotal counterpoint. The performance-based RSUs help offset dilution risks. If Myriad meets its operational and financial goals, the resulting growth in shareholder value can compensate for the initial dilution, an established trade-off in executive pay structures. The bigger question is whether Myriad's strategic moves, like broadening its diagnostics portfolio or enhancing operational efficiency, provide enough momentum to justify these potential trade-offs. Looking at the biotech industry at large, Myriad's compensation design fits a growing trend. leading firms such as Illumina and Thermo Fisher Scientific increasingly reward executives with stock linked to clear operational milestones or market share expansions. Myriad's approach with Wheeler's RSUs points in the same direction, although the absence of public clarity on performance metrics could raise eyebrows among governance advocates. For investors, the appointment of Ben Wheeler presents a mix of opportunity and caution. On one hand, his deep company knowledge, combined with an incentives package that encourages long-term value creation, is reassuring. This internal promotion also reflects confidence in Myriad's existing strategies, helping steady nervous investors during turbulent market phases. On the flip side, the dilution risk and lack of detailed performance criteria should temper optimism. Investors would do well to monitor upcoming financial guidance closely, especially in relation to the undisclosed targets tied to Wheeler's RSUs. Additionally, the success of Myriad's wider strategies, like entering new diagnostic markets or cutting costs, will be critical in deciding if this compensation plan pays dividends. Ultimately, Myriad Genetics is making a calculated gamble on leadership stability and performance incentives with Wheeler's promotion. The compensation blend, while generous, is designed to align the CFO's fortunes with those of shareholders, a core principle of effective corporate governance. But in a sector where stable leadership and strategic clarity are scarce, this case raises fascinating questions. Will Myriad's gamble pay off with sustainable growth that justifies dilution? Or will the risks inherent in opaque performance metrics and equity awards undermine shareholder value? This is a strategic narrative unfolding before our eyes, and the true test lies ahead. Investors and industry observers alike will watch closely to see if this blend of continuity and performance incentives becomes a blueprint or cautionary tale in biotech leadership.